Welcome to Somerset Weekly Wrap-Up for the week of November 10th to November 16th. School committee member Victor Machado told the selectmen on Wednesday night that he thinks they should form a committee to look at how town meetings are run. He was making the comments to the selectmen because of the November 6th special town meeting that took 6.5 hours to complete and did not end until about 12:30 a.m. He was concerned that there were only 60 people left in the room to make decisions on articles that involved lots of money. In the beginning of the meeting, there were over 500 people in attendance, but they left as it got later. Machado suggested that perhaps there could be a curfew for when the meeting would have to end and a quorum for a minimum amount of voters that need to be in attendance to make decisions. He said there also could be time limits on the amount of time that people are allowed to speak at the town meetings. He said there were too many articles on the warrant, and he was partly to blame for that because of the articles that the school committee submitted. He said if he was not a town official, he probably would have left the meeting at 9 p.m. before a lot of the business on the warrant was done. The selectmen on Wednesday voted to sign a tax increment financing agreement with Prysmian, the company that is proposing a submarine cable manufacturing plant for the site of the former Brayton Point power plant. The agreement does not require Prysmian to pay taxes on improvements to the property in the first 2 years. Prysmian would pay 25% of full taxes in the third year of the agreement, 50% in the fourth year, and 75% in the fifth and sixth year before paying full taxes that has been estimated at about $9 million in the first year after the agreement. Over the 6-year agreement, the company would pay an estimated $27 million to the town, while about $20 million would be excused, which are conservative numbers according to Town Administrator Marcolucci. While taxes are being excused for the improvements that will be made on 47 acres of land, the company will still be paying full taxes on the land and on the pier it will be building. The selectmen and the town administrator on Wednesday discussed the sale of property the town owns at 3280 County Street. Special town meeting voters on November 6 gave the selectmen permission to sell the property that used to be a gas station and used car dealership. They discussed criteria for a request for proposals to be put out to sell the land. Selectman Chair Jamison Souza wants a restriction put on the RFP that if the owner decides to not go forward with the plan that is proposed, the town would then have the first right to buy the land back at what it was sold for. The town received a grant from the state to clean up pollutants on the property, and after it sells the property, will have to pay that grant back. Community Cleanup Day will be held on November 18th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Somerset Highway Department, located at 1263 Brayton Point Road. Residents can bring oil-based paints, stains and varnishes, wood preservatives, lighter fluid, paint strippers and thinners, solvent and adhesives, artist supplies, and other types of household hazardous waste. A full list of what can be brought to the Highway Department is on the town's website at townofsomerset.org. Fees for the service include $40 for a full carload, which is equal to 25 gallons or 25 pounds, $30 for a half carload, which equals 10 gallons or 10 pounds, and $25 for a quarter load, which equals 3 gallons or 3 pounds. Cash checks and credit cards are accepted. The Community Cleanup Day is only for Somerset residents. Proof of residency, such as a car license or registration, must be brought to the Highway Department. In sports, the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School football team will play its last game of the season on Wednesday at Hanson Memorial Field. Kickoff for the game is scheduled for 5 p.m. The Blue Raiders will be playing Central High School from Providence, Rhode Island. The game is replacing the annual Thanksgiving game that was played for many years against Case. The Somerset Berkeley Regional High School field hockey team made it to the Final Four of the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association State Tournament. The Blue Raiders had to win 3 tournament games in order to get into the Final Four. SBRHS lost in the semifinal game to Norwood 2-1. Ryan Crook had a goal in that game for the Blue Raiders, and coach Jen Crook said goalie Sophia Valcourt played the game of her life. Somerset Berkeley had a great season, ending with a 21-1 record for the year. Thank you for tuning in to Somerset Weekly Wrap-Up. We will see you next week with news from around Somerset.